And this is the homework assignment, homework number 1 for Course 1, Class 2. Question number 1 states, in order to increase profit, a boutique owner is raising the price of a $24 vintage necklace by $15. What would the new price of the necklace be? The simple solution is take $24 times 15%, which gives you $3.60. You add that to the original price. Add that to the original price of the necklace, and you have $27.60. Of course, so the answer is D. Shorthand to that would have been to multiply 24 times 1.15, which would have this 1 here multiplied by 24 would have given you the original $24, and then this 0.15 would have given you the $3.60. So you'd have come up with the same answer, $27.60, but you could have done it all in one step. In this story problem, you see there are 3 pizzas. Each pizza has 8 slices, so automatically start thinking about fractions. After an hour, 5 slices of the first pizza were gone, and of the second pizza, 25% was left. Half of the third pizza was eaten, which means half was left. What percentage of one whole pizza remained? So, let's see, 5 slices of the first pizza were gone. That means there were 3 out of 8 slices left. Of the second pizza, 25% remained. That was 2 out of 8 slices were left. And of the last pizza, half was eaten. That means half was left, or 4 out of 8. So altogether, that is 9/8 of a whole pizza is left. And that's an improper fraction. When you divide 9 by 8, you get 1.125. The correct answer is J. This problem, Matt earned scores of 88, 90, 86, and 91 on 4 tests for the quarter. What's the lowest score he can earn on his 5th test? On the 5th test to have a 90 average. So if he averages 90% on the tests, and there are 5 tests, then the total number of points he will accumulate, 450 total points. Right now, he's got 88 and 90 and 86 and 91. It's 178 and 177. 355. So if you subtract 355 from 450, you're left with 95. The correct answer is E. He needs to get a 95 on the last test in order to maintain that average, or raise that average up to 90. Problem 4, the height of a fir oak tree is directly proportional to the length of the tree. So the height is directly proportional to the length of the tree, or the length of the shadow of a tree at a given time. Vicky's curious how tall her favorite fir oak tree is. She measures the length of the shadow to be 59 feet long. She does not know what the height is, but to compare at the same time of day, she measures the shadow of a 6-foot tall tree to be 10 feet long. Solve this problem, you cross multiply, and you get 10x equals 59 times 6, which is 354. Divide both sides by 10. Cancel out here, leaving you with 35.4. Rounded to the nearest foot is 35 feet long. The answer is G. Question 5, Foot Locker's having a store-wide Sale 35 or 30% off. How much will you pay before tax for shoes that are typically priced $74? So if it's 30% off, then what you're gonna end up paying is 70% of the original price. So the quickest way to solve the problem is $74 times 70%, which is a 0.7, $51.80. Question 6 asked us to find the median value, the median of a set of values, and the numbers are written in order 0, 7, 8, 10, 13, 19, and 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The middle number is 10. The median is 10. Here's another averaging or finding the mean. A long story problem. Mrs. Crabtree drops the lowest score out of the 4 quarter grades, midterm grade, and the final grade, then averages the remaining 5 scores. These are the scores that Micah has earned so far. 78, 81, 80, 84. He's earned a 75 on the midterm and an 82 on the final. So giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grades. What is Micah's overall grade? So you drop the lowest grade, which is a 75. Drop that grade and find the mean from 78, 80, 81, 82, and 84. 158, 247, so 405 divided by 5 tests, 81%. The answer is C. In this problem, the following table shows Kentucky basketball scores over 7 games. What's the difference between their average game score and their opponent's average game score? So actually find the mean of both of them and then find the difference between the two. So to calculate the mean Kentucky score, you add up all the values here and divide by the total, which is 7 games. You come out to 73.57, and for the opponent's scores, using the calculator, adding up these scores, then dividing by 7, come up with 57.14. If you round those two numbers to find the difference, Kentucky scored about 74 points, and the opponent scored about 57 points. The difference is 17 points. The answer is H. In this problem, you see that you paid $32 for a dish set sale after a 60% discount. So that means the $32, after you took away the 60%, what was left is the 40%. So really what you're wondering is $32 equals 40% of what number? Divide both sides by 0.4. Find that X equals $80. Correct answer is B. In the last problem, a $100 jersey is on sale for 20% off. If sales tax is 7%, what's the final cost of the jersey? So remember, if they're taking 20% off, that means you're actually going to pay 80%. So 80% of 100, 100 times 0.8 is $80. And then you're going to multiply that by the sales tax of 7%. Remember, that is 0.07. And if you put a 1 in front of this, then you get the 80. 1 times 80 is 80, plus the 7% tax at the exact same time. And using your calculator, you find out that that is $85.60. Correct answer is G. And now you have completed your homework assignment. Good job.